There was a girl next door 10 years older than me. When I was a kid, I used to hang out at her place all the time. One day, she blindfolded me with a black cloth and said she wanted to play a little game. If I played along, she'd buy me snacks afterward. One day, someone found out about our game. My dad was a total deadbeat, always out partying and blowing money. I heard he met my mom at some bar. She wasn't after his money, he wasn't after her looks. Then they had me. But right after I was born, my mom took off with half his savings. So naturally, I ended up a single-parent kid. Growing up, I was always home alone. My dad was still out living it up, barely ever came home. The neighbor lady felt sorry for me, so she'd invite me over for dinner. She had a daughter 10 years older than me. She'd play games with me, give me snacks. Before I knew it, she became the person I relied on most, the one I liked most. One day her parents went out and it was just the two of us. She suddenly pulled out a black cloth and gently covered my eyes. Said we'd play a game, and if I won, she'd buy me snacks. The moment I heard snacks, I agreed right away. Until one day, we were right in the middle of the game. Her dad came home. I took off the blindfold and saw him shaking with rage. She was hiding in the corner, covering her face. Soon after, my dad showed up. First thing he did was kick me. Then he dragged me home. He warned me to never go next door again or he'd break my legs. I never saw her again after that. 2 months later, they moved away. I started hating my dad. I blamed him for taking her away from me. I fought him on everything, and he kept coming home late, just like before. I felt like an orphan. No one cared, no one was there. As I got older, I slowly realized what she was really doing with me back then. But I didn't regret it. I just hated that I met the one I wanted to protect most when I was too young to do anything. If I ever got the chance, I swore I'd find her. When I was 18, I was in high school, right in my rebellious phase. That same year, my dad got into trouble. He borrowed money from a casino. While running away, he accidentally blinded someone, lost the house to pay for it, and had to do a few years in prison. Honestly, I didn't care what happened to him. I just wondered where I'd live now. At least my dad had some conscience left. He arranged for a woman named Mrs. Chen to take me in. Apparently, she was his childhood sweetheart. Back then, he thought he wasn't good enough for her, didn't want to hold her back, so they never got together. Mrs. Chen was a widow with a daughter. Her husband died a few years ago and left a big settlement. She used that money to buy an apartment and settle down. "Oh, you're here, come on in, we're about to eat. I made some good dishes just for you." Then she pulled her daughter forward. "Come on, say hi to your brother." "Oh!" Mrs. Chen's daughter was Chen Shui, a year younger than me, and she looked at me like I was trash. I didn't really care. No one would like me at first sight anyway. Bright yellow hair, cheap t-shirt, ripped jeans. I looked like a punk no matter what. During dinner, Mrs. Chen kept chatting and adding food to my plate. Chen Shui just kept her head down, rolling her eyes at me now and then. That night, I lay in that unfamiliar room staring at the ceiling, feeling completely lost for the first time. Where do I go from here and where is she? To make things easier, Mrs. Chen transferred me to her daughter's school. It was a private high school. Compared to my old school, it was a whole different world. On the first day, Mrs. Chen told Chen Shui to take me to school and even put me in her class. But Chen Shui looked totally unwilling. "I'm not taking you to school, don't follow me." So embarrassing. I knew she wouldn't be happy about it. I just didn't expect her to be so harsh. "Didn't your mom teach you any manners? What a foul mouth." I turned and walked away while she kept cursing behind me. I wandered around for a while before finding the school. I was about to go in when a security guard stopped me. "You can't come in. Get lost or I'll make you." I looked down at myself. Yeah, I really didn't fit in here. I looked like a street punk no matter what. I tried explaining, but he wouldn't let me in. Whatever, screw this school. I turned around and went to a nearby internet cafe to play games. When I got home that night, Mrs. Chen asked why I didn't go to class. Chen Shui stood nearby glaring at me like a warning. The guard wouldn't let me in. Mrs. Chen looked at me and immediately understood. "Tomorrow I'll take you myself." The next day, Mrs. Chen dropped me off and talked to the teacher before leaving. The moment I walked into the classroom, all eyes were on me. I stuck out like a sore thumb among all these goody two-shoes. The teacher sat me next to Chen Shui. She gave me a disgusted look. As soon as I sat down, I pulled out my phone and started scrolling under the desk. No matter how much the teacher talked, I couldn't hear a word. Studying was absolute torture for me. During break, I was deep into reading a novel on my phone. Then 2 guys walked up and knocked on my desk. "What's your deal with Chen Shui?" I glanced at them and immediately got it. Teenage boys, hormones raging, first crushes. They probably liked Chen Shui, or maybe she sent them. Chen Shui had a trash personality, but I had to admit she was pretty. But I had zero interest in girls my age. I ignored them and kept reading on my phone. They felt embarrassed being ignored in front of Chen Shui. One of them reached for my phone. The other one yelled, "They were talking to you, you deaf?" I stood up and shoved them both away. Get lost. They wanted to say something, but the bell rang. They glared at me and said, "You're dead after class," then went back to their seats. After school, they cornered me in the stairwell. Chen Shui stood nearby looking smug. One of them shoved me. "Stay away from Chen Hui." I lost it and beat the crap out of them. Chen Shui just stood there frozen. But fighting was nothing new to me. I glared at her. That night, I didn't go back to Mrs. Chen's place. I got a hotel room and lay there thinking. Mrs. Chen kept calling and texting, asking where I was. I didn't want to deal with her. I decided I was done living under someone else's roof. I'd find my own place. Drop out, get a job, save some money, and go find her.